Yo, what is up, everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG. And today, we're going to revisit Commander Masters. I want to do a set booster box opening. Kind of been keeping an eye on the sealed pricing of these, as well as kind of, from a distance, keeping an eye on some of the singles pricing. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. There's also some stuff that I'm hoping to pull today. So maybe we'll see some of that. We see some fun pulls. With that being said, why don't we go and dive on in and let's crack some packs. So we'll start off with saying, as of the filming of this video, these boxes are steady. There was an initial drop from the $400 price point, which was pretty egregious, down to $300. It really got as low as about $280, but never really dipped below that. As of the filming of this video, they're still sitting about $295, $300. So the seal prices have really stabilized. They haven't moved, and they're still kind of selling at this price point. Meanwhile, I've been keeping an eye on some of the singles. And a lot of the singles from this set post-reprint are still dirt cheap. It's really, really interesting to me. There was a point in time where I figured the singles prices were still being priced as if the set boxes were like $300, $350, $400, and not like a $250 set box. Now I feel like the singles have kind of adjusted. Some of them, initially dropped and never really recovered. Some of them recovered really quickly. A little foil Path Wraither. That's cool. First rare is a Storm Surge Kraken. Alms Collector. Nice. Xancha. So we've got a 3 rare pack. That's a decent little start. Gonti. Path to Exile. Nice uncommon. Return to Dust. And a Reliquary Tower. Borderless Reliquary Tower, which is not a bad pull either. And a Neheb. So 3 rare pack to start. But what's interesting is I have seen the singles prices adjust downwards. So while we haven't seen the box prices dip past the initial plummet, the singles prices have not really recovered. Hey, we have a list hit. I almost forgot there's a list for this product because it is set boosters. So we have a Needle Spectre, which is out of, what is this? Morningtide, I think? Morningtide or Eventide. I can never remember the flip symbols, but it is a Needle Spectre, a nice little list hit. We have a foil rare. This is a Rafik of the Mani. And our first mythic of the box, which is a Twilight Prophet. I want to say Twilight Prophet is probably about $4 right about now. Not a ginormous hit. And what's going to be one of the things I kind of talk about is that while we still have your monstrous hits at the top, because of some of the reprints in this set that have also taken place in Enchanted Tales, a lot of the mythics have taken a dip. So we do have our first mythic. I would call it a mid-tier. There are certainly worse, but there is a lot better. Again, Twilight Prophet I think is about $4 right now. Rare is a Scourge of the Throne, which took a ginormous hit value-wise on the reprint. I think this thing was like $1 or something. It's not above 3 now, so it's probably still down there. I'll still throw it up top. I think it's a cool card. We've got Godo, which is a combo enabler. And we're into our uncommons after that. And there are some really cool uncommons. So I think Ashnod's Altar is still about $4. Lightning Greaves is up there. That's still about a $5 card. Kodama's Reach, good borderless card. Frantic Search, second borderless card. And we've got our land and our sweet art card. So, we know the hits, right? We know the hits for Jewel Lotus. Jewel Lotus is still setting at 70. Interestingly enough, Doubling Season is still holding fairly strong at about $40. But, it was in Enchanted Tales now in Wilds of Eldraine, so it didn't have a chance to really recover. Shelter, a foil common. Right after that, Azuri's Predation. Jolrail, Monwali Recluse. Ooh, there we go. There's finally a good hit for us. So there is a Deadly Rollick in the borderless treatment. I want to say borderless Rollick is probably about $17, $18. Pretty sweet card overall. Really love the art on it. Can't complain, and obviously just a very good playable commander card. Extremely playable. Part of that free cycle that would desperately need a reprint. Now we got the reprint. Yahenni. Oh, Mowu. Nice. Exsanguinate. So obviously a lot of strong uncommons in the set. Nadir's Nightblade as the borderless. We've got our land. And there's our art card. But I'm looking at things like Song of the Dryad, Arachnogenesis. What's another one? Bloodchief Ascension. We're talking about cards that are barely above $3 right now. At $3 or below. And we're huge reprint targets because of their value. Mostly due to scarcity, but the fact that they're still playable cards. You can pick up a Song of the Dryads for under $3 right now. An Arachnogenesis is right around $3. I think Bloodchief Ascension is like just around $3. So really interesting. Angelic Field Marshal as our next rare. Kaikar wins Fury after that. Slimefoot Stowaway. Morrow Sorcerer. Another Extinguish All Help. A board wipe at uncommon level. And for whatever it's worth, I did draft this set quite a bit, and I really did enjoy it. I think it was a really fun draft experience to draft as a commander pod. Borderless Arcane Signet, that's not bad. Probably a couple bucks there. All That Glitters. Swamp. And our token card, our Sliver art card. The other hits, obviously, a Great Henge. I think Great Henge is still sitting around 40. Avacyn's still sitting around 35, 40. Demonic Tutor is sub 35. It's basically $35. So let's call it 35, but sub 35. You've got Fierce Guardianship as rare. You've got, what am I thinking of? Cyclonic Rift. Gilded Lotus. Good, solid, rare. Ruby Medallion, very nice. I think Ruby Medallion is probably up $15, $16. Remember when these were $20+ cards? Pretty good value now. In fact, it's enough that I'm just going to put Scourge over here and Rafik as just fun playables, but Rollick and those are actual value. So we're going to throw those right there. Hopefully have some more room for some good mythics. Yisan after that. Maelstrom Wanderer in the borderless profile treatment, which I really don't dig that much. And into our uncommons and commons. All That Glitters. Oh, stop there. Path to Exile. Really nice. I don't know if you care for the art or not, but obviously a very playable card. Beautiful foil Elena Danner land mountain. In fact, I'll throw that in the foil pile. Nearing the end of our first column of the box. I feel like there was another card that was around the $3 mark where I was like, why is this card still $3? I think Commandeer is like $5. Argivian Find, another list hit. That's a decent little list pull. Was that Weatherlight? That's Weatherlight. I know my symbols there. Jinn of the Lamp. Mythic is an Archfiend of Despair. I think Archfiend is like $10 or $11. Remember what this card was pre-reprint? Really, really good pull. And still, like, again, really affordable based on where it was prior to the reprint. In fact, I'll still throw it in the cool pile here. The good mythic pile, if you will. Nekusar after that. And into our uncommons. And part of my point in this opening is I don't expect this one, whereas I do a lot of box openings, I'm like, man, I really like the EV. I'm not sure I love the EV as much right now on these. And whereas there was a point in time where I actually really thought the EV was strong because people were so panicked with, I'll say panicked, that's probably the wrong word, upset with the box prices that it had a lot of backlash and therefore they weren't selling. So a lot of stores were realizing that the pre-sale orders weren't coming through the way they thought and panic sold singles at pennies on the dollar. Immediately the box prices dropped substantially. And I just don't think that we've really gone back and taken a good enough look at what is available now. Commandeer is one of those cards that I pointed out. Again, reprint, $10+ card. It really didn't have a lot of copies before that because it was from Cold Snap. I think these were being fire sold at like less than $1 at time of release. It's back up to $5, but it's still half the price it was prior to the reprint. And read the card. It's good. It's a really good card. Audric, Master Tactician. And then Anax, Bear Claw, a Vandal Blast. Nice. Went from having no Vandal Blast to having all the Vandal Blasts, and I'm okay with that. Borderless Elvish Mystic. Mark Pool Island. And there's another art card for Elvish Mystic. All right. End of the first column of the box. So far, I got to be pretty happy with it. We've hit a couple of mythics. I think we should expect about 7 to 8 mythics per set box, if not a little bit more. But I think 7 to 8 seems about average. I'll call one good and one so-so. Witch's Cauldron. Pearl Medallion. I'm okay with medallions. It's going to not be one of our more valuable medallions. I think this is, I don't know, I'm going to guess around $10. I think the Jet and the Ruby are the two most valuable, but right after that is probably Pearl, Sapphire, and then the Emerald way down at the bottom. But I needed medallions because I didn't have any. So these are things that I was happy to pull. Magus of the Wheel. Eureka. Nice. Eureka. The Ancient. Bladewing. Borderless Factor Fiction. Sweet. I actually really do enjoy the art on that, and it looks good in foil too. All right. Pretty successful first column of the box. We have some work to do in the mythics. We're going to need to hit some of those higher valuable Ulamog and some of those other stuff, but got to feel pretty good about it so far. Wouldn't mind seeing a deflecting slot also to go with my Rollick. All right. Bastion of Remembrance. This was a card that did need a reprint. I think it was like a $5 uncommon from, what was it? Ikoria? So that's cool. That's a nice foil uncommon. Kindred Dominance. That's another one of these cards that was pretty pricey prior to the reprint and is like $4 right now. So again, uber affordable from where it was. Champion's Helm, another card that got a reprint and sunk the value, but again remains really highly, I would say cheap, for lack of more eloquent way of saying it. Zilortha, Strength Incarnate. Meteor Golem, nice Soul Ring, great. And Faithless Looting in the Borderless. Island. Path to Exile, Borderless. Let's do this. I don't know what I'm doing here. Actually, I'm just going to move these. Don't really care about them. We'll do that. Because I really do want to showcase the cards that I'm like, these are $3 plus cards, and some of them are cheaper than they should be. I think Dominance, again, I think it's like a $4 card right now. All right. You know, and I knew things like Land Tax and Smothering Tithe, when they were announced as Enchanted Tales reprints, they were at the very least going to stunt the recovery. Wretched Confluence. Steel Shaper's Gift. Cool. Probably at least a few bucks still. Azusa, right around $3. I think, again, pre-reprint was back up to 10 because it was last printed in Core 2021. Squee! Bonder's Ornament. Exsanguinate in the Borderless. Very cool looking. Land. And beautiful art card. All right. Doing okay, but man, I would love to see some would love to see some of the top tier stuff. Also wouldn't mind seeing another Craterhoof or a Finale of Devastation. Those are things that I'm on the lookout for. We have a foil rare, a second foil rare, Divergent Transformations. Probably not doing a ton of work for us there. Sword of the Animist. Actually still a decent pull. On the cheap still, I think Sword is probably, oh gosh, $5? I think is correct. And it got kind of like a half a reprint in the Lord of the Rings from the special treatment. Torrential Gearhulk. I don't think this card is valuable, but I think it's a good card, so I'm happy to pull one. Carador after that. So glad it's not a mythic anymore. So glad. That is one thing I will say for Commander Masters as well, is that it downshifted a lot of cards in rarity, and a lot of them were pretty needed. Another beautiful Elena Danner, this time a foil forest. Go to art card. It gave things a downshift that really, like, I was so tired of seeing Carador. As much Double Masters 2022 as I open, and I really like that set, opening Carador at Mythic feels so bad. All right, Leaf Crown Elder. So this is a list hit. That is, again, this is Morningtide. So the other one is probably Eventide. And I don't think it's a valuable card, but, you know, Treefolk Shaman, and it's the one that does the champion, the kinship thing. So cool. I actually like the pull. Kodama's Reach as a borderless foil this time. Neat. Rejuvenating Springs. Cool. Haven't really been checking the lands. I think all the lands are sitting around $4 or $5, so I'll throw them. I'm not going to do a specific land pile for this particular opening. But I will take these in the set and draft boxes. I don't love seeing them in my collector boxes, but set and draft, absolutely, because I will take all of those. I don't have a ton of them. Counterspell is the borderless. Little Swamp. And our art card. I threw the forest in the wrong pile. There we go. Okay. Looking good. Needs help. We're about halfway through the box. Still plenty of ball game left. Animatu's Augury. Mizzix. Downshifted also, right? I believe this was Mythic in Double Masters 2022. And that's a good downshift. Eudora, Izarith, Skyshroud Claim. Lots of good commons and uncommons in this if you're looking to build up your collection. Vandal Blast. Mountain. Arcane Signet. Okay. We have 3 packs left in this middle column. We are still on 2 mythics. We have a Siege Zombie from, of all things, double feature artwork. That's such a weird inclusion. I don't understand why they chose this particular version, but okay, why not? Tashar, foil uncommon. Lifeblood Hydra as a rare. Tooth and Nail, neat. I thought this was a cool reprint. It's not what it once was, but still, happy to have a couple copies. Teferi Temporal Mage after that, so we got another rare, and I don't think this Teferi sees any play, right? Like as a Planeswalker especially. Palace Jailer. A little generous gift. Downshifted to common. And all right. 2 packs left in this middle column. I'm going to say I'm not upset about having multiple medallions, knowing that those are probably like $10, $12 cards. The Rollick is really good. Again, probably 18, maybe 20. Probably 18, it seems about correct. But we're going to need some help. Here we go. Mythic, there we go. There's a hit for us. Needed it, wanted it, and got it. Finale of Devastation, I think, is still sitting right around 20, 22 bucks for the regular copy. The borderless is actually holding up a little bit stronger. I think it's around 25 for the non-foil borderless, but a really, really good hit and one that I was happy to pull. In fact, I even called for it as one I was looking for. Awesome. Hellkite Charger, yep. Balan, Wandering Knight, cool card. I really dig the anime one that I have from, Jumpstart 2022. Rakamar, Bear Blaze, yep. Haven't seen any Greaves yet or Ashnod's Altars, and as I mentioned earlier, those are like $4 and $5 still. After that, another beautiful Elena Danner artwork, the foil island, looks gorgeous. Okay, at least we're up to 3 mythics, and call 2 of them better targets, right? Higher value targets. We'll cool with that. Servo. Faithless Looting as a foil common. Training Center got a second land. Very cool. Happy with that. Maelstrom Wanderer. Hey, borderless Tooth and Nail. Not exactly the borderless you wanted to see, but still, it's probably, I'm going to guess, around $3 or so. Not killing it, but not bad either. All right, borderless Tooth and Nail. Kemba. Another Bastion of Remembrance. Great. And Kodama's Reach again as a borderless. Beautiful land. And our art card. All right, we are now officially into the last column of the box. So let's call it what it is. We are way short on mythics right now. We have a lot of good, solid playables. This set does have a ton of $4, $5, $6, $7 cards, right? But let's call it what it is. At $300 a box, you can't survive off of $4 cards. You need to have some of the bigger hits as well. So hopefully we see some of those in this last column. We should be live for a bunch of mythics. So here we go. Treasure. Hamza. What is it? That's why I have this in the wrong pile. I was like, where did my pile go? Where's my foils? All right. Divergent Transformation. Sure. Idol of Oblivion. Another triple rare pack. This is Azami, Lady of Scrolls. Kazul, Whisper, Body Double. Love that card. Got a Thran Dynamo in the borderless treatment, like that. And got our signed art card. Sure. I don't think we really care about those too much. All right, here we go. Gonna need to see some mythics or some really, really good of the top tier rares. Carrion Grub. Mythic is an Insurrection. This is a Womp Womp Mythic. A cool card, but 8 mana value. Woof. It does a lot, but again, it's 8, and it's like a $2 card right now, so not a mythic you wanted to see. Nesting Dragon after that. Marin of Clan Neltoth after that. All right, we're going to need a little bit better than that. Kemba, I think. All right. I personally, I don't think I've pulled it. I pulled an Avacyn for a friend of mine or for a patron, but not for me. And I would love to see an Avacyn. Thriving Bluff. Wake the Dead as the rare. Hey, Personal Tutor. Cool. I think Personal Tutors are still like, I'm going to say $6. I could be wrong. I think about $6 seems correct. Sekiko after that. Reliquary Tower. Also, hey, there we go. Finally, Ashnod's Altar, $4 or $5. I was going to say Reliquary Tower is probably at least a couple of dollars as well. Again, there is good, strong value at those levels, and as far as playable is concerned, can't beat that. But You just can't survive off them, right? You're not going to make up your box value on $3 and $4 uncommons. I do basically think that they're probably going to account for about 20% of the value in your box, but another list hit. We have Magmatic Force. What is this? At the beginning of each player's up, you throw damage to that player. It's 8 for a 7/7. I can't imagine that that's a valuable card, given the mana value. All right. Reassembling Skeleton. Bloodchief Ascension. Again, like $3, and read the card. It does so much work. It's a very strong card, and it was really pricey prior to the reprint. So, sub $3, good time to pick it up. Hannah Ship's Navigator. Is it Paragon after that? Generous Gift. Island. And our art card. All right, what do we have here? We have, what, 5 packs left? 4 packs left. And we are on 4 mythics. Okay. Rot Shambler. Cyclonic Rift. There are... I don't even know what I'm saying. There we go. I'm so excited to finally see a valuable card. Psych Rift is also a card I was happy to have and add copies. I think this is like $25, $26. So that is a monstrous pull for us. In fact, I think it's our most valuable pull to this point. That is huge. And again, something I was really, really happy to add copies of. I didn't really have any copies of... I had 0 copies prior to Commander Masters. So Psych Rift, huge pull for us. Amazing. Sublime Exhalation. Saphara Sky's Blade. It's a cool card. Judith after that. That was downshifted to common. That used to be rare. Thank you, Psych Rift. That's a good one. Fell Warstone. Also a card I really didn't have any copies of. Make fun of me if you want prior to this set. So adding Fell Warstone and having a ton of those at my disposal is really, really nice. All right, 3 packs left. We have a Hoarding Dragon, this time of Iconic Masters as a list hit. Uncommon. Spike Shot Goblin. Rare is a Hammer of Nazan. Again, this what was this? The Double Masters copy, not the 22, the original was like $10, and this version is like $3, 3 maybe 4. You know, Hammer's a good card. Really good, affordable time to pick it up. Righteous Confluence after that. Gisela, I don't know that this card is over the $3 mark. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna say no, but I could be wrong about that. I'm less confident. Ghost of Ramirez, DiPietro. Darksteel Mutation in the Borderless treatment. Very nice. Hey, beautiful forest there. Foil Forest and Experiment Crash. All right, there are 2 packs left. Again, ton of in the $3 to $5 range. Great. In the $6 to $12 range. And then there's like, you know, the other stuff. The stuff that is driving this box. Here we go. Kozilek's Predator. Rare is a Heavenly Blade Master. Galta, sure. New Galta looks incredible. The one from the new Ixalan. Baird Steward, yeah. Okay. And nothing of substance after that. Commander Sphere, Faithless Looting. Another beautiful, this time Mark Poole. I got all the foil forests, retro frames. And sure, that one's got a gold stamp on it. Okay. Last pack. Whoa. Mythic count. Hello. This is by far the lowest I personally have seen. That's saying something. All right. Hey, Borderless Foil Factor Fiction. I told you it looked gorgeous in the foiling, and I think I'm right. I think that looks great. Rare is a Rune Scarred Demon. I don't know. This thing might be $3. I think it's sub $3, though. I'm going to throw it down at the bottom. Another mythic is an Omnath, Locus of Mana. That's not very good. And that's going to do it. Oh my gosh, this box hurt. This box hurt. The Psych Rift is great, don't get me wrong, but woo, we got crushed on the other stuff. Yeah, so that is the lowest mythic count I've seen from one of these boxes. And I really didn't mean to demonstrate my point in this manner. I'm going to be honest. This is, I believe, a below average box. And when I came into this video, I was saying, I think the sealed prices have really stabilized. These set booster boxes have been right around 300, and they haven't moved for weeks now. Meanwhile, I had seen the singles not either recovering or continuing to even just dip a little bit to the point where, whereas I was really excited about the EV, the expected value of these sealed boxes, opening them up a month or so ago, a month and a half ago when I was opening them, I wasn't really confident that this would be the case anymore. Again, it felt like the singles were still being priced as if the set boosters were $400 boxes for a while. And so when I was opening these, I realized like, okay, I don't feel like, I feel like for the most part, I'm going to get at least 80% of the way there, if not to box price regularly. And I didn't feel that way when I was opening this one. That being said, I don't think this quite demonstrates how good these boxes normally are. I do feel like this is a pretty big swing and miss. Mythic count-wise, that's amongst the lowest I've seen at only 5. Yeah, we got a couple of, but, you know, I mean, Finale and a $11 Archfiend are not going to carry you when you're hitting Twilight Prophet, Insurrection, and Omnath. That's pretty brutal. Psychrift and Rollick are great. Some really good playable stuff in that $3 to $5 range. And again, if you're a buy singles person and you're like, ha ha ha, you open boxes, this is on you, fine, no big deal. If you're a buy singles person, look at this set. Lots of $3 cards that used to be $5, $6, $7, $10 plus cards. Song of the Dryad, Bloodchief Ascension, Arachnogenesis, whatever that was prior to the reprint. Now they're like $3. Commandeers $5. So I really think that there's a lot of hidden value in this set right now in terms of very affordable singles. I'm going to stop ranting now. That's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys found it informative or entertaining or something. I don't know. Whatever. But if you did, if you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and by all means, drop me some comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, everybody, and be well.